Denis Itumbi, the communication strategist for Hustler Nation, seems to be changing a tact. I think the events of December, when he was abducted by unknown men in Kiambu, then would later be found unconscious somewhere in Kasarani, really are still vivid in his mind. And the latest move by Denis Itumbi is something that I really support. And I want to ask you guys a question. If Denis Itumbi was formerly employed by William Ruto or by Hustler Nation or by Uda Party as a communication strategist or a digital strategist, then for the 1 month that he's been in hospital, I wanted to ask yourself, who has been doing that work? Because apart from updating his own Facebook page, there was a very amorphous page that Denis Itumbi was running. It is called Hustler Nation Intelligence Bureau, NHIB. So NHIB is a Facebook page where Denis Itumbi was making some leaks, supposedly political leaks, or trying also to say some of the deals that are happening in government and exposing also corruption scandals. And I really believe that at the moment where he was abducted, Robert Alai came out and said that whatever Denis Itumbi has been doing, he was being sent by his boss, who is William Ruto. And I think in my analysis, we opined that the reason why Denis Itumbi was abducted was because of maybe brushing shoulders with powerful individuals, maybe in government, or maybe people who he did not augur well with. But that is not why I'm doing this video. Denis Itumbi have lately come out and said that he's going to make a new move. Now, this move, in my own analysis, I think by the time that he was in that hospital, after leaders walking in to visit him and bring the flowers and send the wishes, I think there was that personal introspecting. And he was asking himself that he is not an elected leader. He's not the only person who has been talking about some of the things that he's been talking about. Maybe talking about the land grabbing issues, corruption in government and all that. But why is it that he was not immune to such abductions? I think he asked himself that question. Now, I want to give you a second, some 2 minutes, so that you listen to this clip where he was addressing a group of bloggers, I want to believe, or friends at his home. And here, this is going to form the basis of what we're going to analyze about his next move.
The momentum of the Hustler Nation. Today they may think HNIB is Denis Itumbi, but like Sam Gateri has proved over the last few days, HNIB will be done by many more people. In fact, for their knowledge, the smaller information about HNIB will never be shared by me again. It will be shared by Randall, it will be shared by Gujiri. It will be shared by Hustler Nation in their numbers. The bigger information, we will create a page for HNIB. Let me also take this opportunity to invite you to Kirinyaga on the 13th of February, Sunday 13th of February. We are going to have a Thanksgiving. Our mothers and grandmothers have asked to pray with us in Kirinyaga in a small church which I have been building. All I need you to come with is a flower to say thank you, is a blanket to say thank you, to a grandmother somewhere to go and sleep with. And your presence is much more important. Let us go there, and it will not only be a Thanksgiving. At the end of that Thanksgiving service, and we are not looking at William Ruto, we are not looking at the MPs who are elected on Hustler Nation, we are looking at ourselves. This is about us. At the end of that day, we should come up with a youth movement that is larger than all of us, and whose leader is you and me.
Denis Itumbi have completely come to realize that he was not immune to such abductions. Guys, if you're new to this channel, I just want you to take a second. I'm just requesting you take a second. Just confirm your subscription. Then the best you can do is also to like this video, because the more you like this video, YouTube will highly rate this video and it will be suggested to many people. And also kindly at the end of the video you can also share, and more importantly, give us your comments, especially on the topical issue we are talking about today. Now, if you listen to that speech, in my own understanding, Denis Itumbi is trying to say that he's not going to be the key focal person in terms of digital communications for UDA. But he wants to disintegrate that role to many people. Now, in this video, he has mentioned that on 13th February, he's going to hold a Thanksgiving event in Gishugu constituency, Kirinyaga County. Now, let me tell you, Gishugu is his home constituency. Kirinyaga is his home county. In fact, I don't know, because I was reading somewhere, there was a tweet by Martha Karua, that Martha Karua kept on referring to Denis Itumbi as son, mom, then he refers to Martha Karua as mom. I don't know. And some other quarters believe that maybe Martha Karua is his mom. I don't really have an idea. But then, in my own understanding, what the decision Denis Itumbi is making, he's not going to be the chief propagandist for William Ruto. He wants to dump that role to concentrate. And I have a projection that Denis Itumbi is eyeing an elective seat in Kirinyaga. Take this from me, that Denis Itumbi is going for an elective seat, and most probably the Gishugu constituency parliamentary seat. So I think that's why he is coming off from the scratches and really figuring out that he needs to make that decision. Now, in this video, I am going to analyze on 4 significant reasons why I fully support and why he has made that decision. Number 1, I think he has realized that he does not have a portfolio within UDA after general election. I think in that speech there is a place, and I want to get that place for you. He mentioned that after Uhuru was elected in 2013, and in April 2013, they didn't have a portfolio. So he had to come up with how to come up with a job and portfolio and roles for himself, so that he could have the head of innovation, director, communication innovation, and diaspora or something. That means it is by that time that now they get that portfolio, they got that portfolio and they were appointed and now they worked. So I think within UDA, he has also realized that as of now, really you can ask yourself, and that's why when I started this analysis, I asked you to ask yourself, now that he was in hospital, who has been doing that work? My answer is that job was self-imposed. Within UDA party, within the ranks of UDA party, maybe they just need director of communications, but the propaganda aspect and Hustler Nation, Intelligence Bureau, that does not exist. And I am not shocked that Denis Itumbi have realized that within UDA, he doesn't have a portfolio, or even post-election, he doesn't have a portfolio. But for him to secure and have a stable job, and also leave this world of propaganda, Denis Itumbi is sensing that William Ruto might not have the presidency in 2022 August. I think that. And this can really come in his mind because really, as someone who was the closest to deputy president, and you can undergo through that, and there is nothing tangible that deputy president did, maybe to help apprehend these people or just to help this situation, is not done. What else? What he is known that really he's just exposed. And this showed that really deputy president does not have the power in this government, and anything can be done to him between now and August. So really, the people who abducted him, for my own thinking, I don't think they wanted even to harm him, but they just wanted to communicate something that, you know what, the person you are yapping about does not have the powers in this government. I think that is just what was doing. So he has also realized that really there is nothing more that William Ruto has done even after his abduction. I wanted to reason, how about if Raila Odinga's daughter was the person who went through, and God forbid, the person who went through what Denis Itumbi went through, what would be the thing? It would really expose that, you know what, that he doesn't have the protection. So that is one thing that Denis Itumbi has realized, that Ruto might lose 2022 or might not have the presidency. And in the event that that happens, he's not going to have a role because Ruto is going to be in opposition, and really no one is going to employ him to do that propaganda. So as a realized that that is not going to work. Third reason why he's going to seek elective seat is to get immune from government attacks. You know, guys, there is something with political power, because even leaders like Rigathi Gachagua, like even leaders like Linturi, who spoke about Madawadwa in Eldoret, these elected leaders speak, normally spirit filth. Like someone like Babu Owino once called president the son of a dog, you know. So, but because of the political power, they're somehow protected. So you cannot abduct Babu Owino because that is going to attract a lot, you understand? But because you're not within the political, you don't have the political power, that's why you can undergo through such issues, such ills like abduction. So he has realized that the need to get political power cannot be underestimated. And for him to prevent such abductions and kidnappings, such arbitrary abductions, and I don't support it, guys. I think that's why I say that I support this, that he has to go for an elective seat to be immune to such unnecessary attacks from the government. So that when he makes those decisions, when he actually makes those decisions, he can really be in a position to go through, he can be in a position to go through what is, to defend himself in the political arena. Lastly, another reason why he's going for an elective seat in 2022 is because he has realized that for him to be strong, even on pushing William Ruto agenda, he must seek an elective seat and him to be relevant within William Ruto's political inner circle. I think just being a propagandist, just being a blogger, in other words, makes him less significant. But you know, when he goes and seeks an elective seat, perhaps maybe Kirinyaga Senator or Gishugu Member of Parliament, he's going to be viewed in another angle. He's going to be viewed in another angle by these people. And he can really get it because from what he has undergone through, that abduction is already a strong election tool or campaign tool to seek the sympathy votes. I think when he goes and tells, and that is why he's going to host, I think, homecoming, Thanksgiving, and he's going to host going to provide some blankets and to some old women in Kirinyaga. Now, that place first, if whatever he's going to narrate about his abductions, those are women and those are mothers. They're going to buy really. And if he says that, guys, now me, I want to vie for this seat so that I help you do this and that, they're going to buy his idea. So I think that's why Denis Itumbi is going for an elective seat. So guys, I support that. And so also get to our comment sections and tell us, what do you think about this decision?